Hi, and welcome to the Cortland Playbook. I'm Robert Galm.
And I'm Michellle Macalena.
And we're here with your SUNY Cortland sports update. The Cortland Red Dragons football team improved to 7-1 overall and 5-1 in their conference with a 35-21 win over Brockport. The win solidified the Red Dragons atop the Empire 8 Conference as they now hold a 1 1/2 game lead. Stephen Ferrara continued his stellar first season with the Red Dragons, going 18 for 21 for 314 yards and 4 touchdowns in the victory. The touchdown passes came in pairs, with 2 to John Mannix, who finished with 116 yards on 4 catches, and 2 to Nick Wagner, who caught 4 passes for 91 yards. Dylan Peebles rushed for 108 yards and a touchdown. Troy Beto paced the Cortland defense, contributing 10 tackles, a sack, and a fumble recovery. Mark Del Prete intercepted his 5th pass of the season. Since returning from injury versus Hartwick, he has 5 interceptions, including 1 in each of the last 4 Red Dragon contests. Cortland will travel to Morrisville State on Saturday for an Empire 8 matchup at 1 p.m.
Women's soccer closes SUNY's schedule with a 2-1 loss against Oswego last Saturday. Freshman Vanessa Romero scored on a 25-yard shot with an assist from sophomore Gianna Carnesi. Cortland's junior goalie Victoria Barclay ended the game with a total of 4 saves for the Cortland Red Dragons. Cortland followed that loss with a 2-1 win in last Tuesday's game against Wilkes. Junior Mercedes Hayes made a key save for Cortland by clearing a rebound shot by Wilkes to keep a scoreless game. Not long after the save, Wilkes scored on goal. Freshman Whitney Mooney came up with an impressive first career goal to tie up the game. Freshman Brenna Conover made the winning goal. Cortland's junior goalie Renee Walker ended the game with 5 saves on goal. The team's successful win was the final game of the season.
Cortland's men's soccer team rounded out the last weekend of their regular season with wins on Saturday in Oswego and Sunday in Canton. Saturday, the Red Dragons faced off against the Lakers of Oswego in a SUNY Conference matchup. Cortland shut out the Lakers 3-0 with goals coming from Andrew Truisi, Tyler Kirshner, and Nick Tata. Goalie Joe Brandolfino registered 2 saves in his 7th shutout of the season. The Red Dragons then finished their regular season with a non-conference win over Canton 2-1. Daniel Friend and Andre Brown netted goals for the Red Dragons, both coming after the 80th minute of the game. Cortland finishes the regular season with a record of 11-4-2 overall and 5-3-1 in conference play. The Red Dragons will play in a SUNY quarterfinal game versus Buffalo State at home this Saturday at 12:30. Cortland defeated Buffalo State in Buffalo back on October 9th, 2-0.
Cortland's women's field hockey team took home a win against St. Lawrence last Wednesday. The game ended with a score of 2-1. The first half went without a score. Early in the second half, St. Lawrence scored to take a 1-goal lead. Clearly, freshman Jessica Welsh had another plan in mind. Welsh quickly tied up the game on a breakaway and followed with the game-winning goal within a span of 6 minutes. The Red Dragons goalie Caitlin Reinl completed the game with 4 saves and goal. Cortland wraps up the regular season on Saturday with a home game versus Union at 1 p.m. They will be hosting a SUNY semifinal game against Oneonta next Wednesday.
The Cortland women's volleyball team defeated St. John Fisher on Wednesday 3-0. It was the Dig Pink event as well as Cortland's last home game of the season. The Red Dragons raised $1,000 for the Side Out Foundation's breast cancer research and support. Janine Patora led the Red Dragons with 9 kills, 3 aces, 8 digs, and 2 blocks. Cortland will wrap up the regular season with 3 matches in Pennsylvania this weekend. Cortland will play against Susquehanna University Friday at 6 p.m., and the Red Dragons will face Alvernia at noon and Elizabethtown at 2 p.m. on Saturday. Cortland will open SUNY tournament play on Friday, November 6th versus Oneonta at 7 p.m. at Brockport in a quarterfinal match. That's all for this week's edition of the Cortland Playbook. I'm Robert Galm.
And I'm Michellle Macalena.
And we'll see you next week.